back to another flipping and money making stream. I'm your host with the most, Scapenomics, and guys, I'm freaking tired today, man, okay? I thought we might not be able to do a stream today. I was super busy with work. I literally got up at 4:45 in the morning to get my work done so I could stream after work, okay? So drop a like, man, because I seriously am dedicated to this channel, okay? I'm that dedicated. Anyway, enough of me, guys. Welcome to the stream. Who do we have in here today? We have Steen Island. He was the first in here today. Good to see you, Steen. We also have Duarte, Forest Wunk, Dropkick, Fishy Galore, Justice Tiger, and Elias. Welcome, guys, to the stream. Do appreciate it so much. And let's get into it today, man. I haven't done any flipping today. I literally haven't had any items traded back and forth today. So you know what? We need to crack into a few items, see what's good, and try to make a little bank. And of course, guys, if you do enjoy it at any point in time, be sure to drop a like. It really does help me out a lot. And let's go ahead and get into the Bandos chestplate first. We're also going to do the tacits right off the bat. Now, these things have been very volatile recently, both the tacits and the chestplates. And I just want to go ahead and trade a few of them because I think they're going to be a decent trade. They are settling down a little bit from how they were doing on the weekend. I mean, over the weekend, these things were going a little nutty. So it's good to see that settle down at least a little bit. We're going to do the Bandos tacits as well. Let me get a few of those listed. And guys, of course, if you have any questions about what to flip with your cash stack or anything related to flipping or money making in old school RuneScape, be sure to let me know. I always love helping you guys out. Now, we do have these tacits here, which actually look like they have a better margin than I expected. We're actually going to go ahead and list the limit of those. Hopefully, we can actually hit that limit. I found that recently, the Bandos tacits have actually not been that consistent, and usually they're a very consistent item for me. I usually rely on them to bring in some safe profits, so recently they haven't really been behaving, in my opinion. But anyway, we have Jay Hefner. He says, "What is up? I took a little break from flipping. Let's see those nice profits today." Good to see you, Jay. Thank you for tuning in today. And we're going to make as much as we can. Don't you worry. Now, we have 912 mil left to work with. Let's go ahead and cycle into all that volatile stuff right now, right? The toxic blowpipe. Now, it's kind of weird because a lot of items right now are starting to settle. And I think this might be because tomorrow, Jagex is going to release their kind of like next step post with what they're actually changing for some of these items, right? Because obviously, Jagex released a statement saying, hey, we're going to change all these items, and here's what we're doing to them. And now at this point, Jagex was, and then like the next day or within a few hours, Jagex was like, okay, obviously there's a lot of like backlash on this, so what we're going to go ahead and do is make some adjustments and re-release it on Tuesday. Now, the Tuesday I'm talking about is tomorrow, okay? So there's going to be some adjustments to items coming in, and it's just really interesting, honestly. I mean, there's a couple predictions that I have that I think they're going to change back that were actually covered in my video for the most part, but anyway, we can talk about them today if you guys want as well, because tomorrow is going to be a big day for the markets. It's going to be as big of a day as when Jagex announced all the changes they were making, so definitely don't sleep on tomorrow. It's going to be a lot of good opportunities tomorrow as well, and hopefully you can get on the right side of everything. Now, still really big margins here today, so we're going to go ahead and list a few of these Abyssal Bludgeons here and try to trade that margin. Now, we also have the Bandos Tacits coming in, which came in relatively quickly, so let's go ahead and list a few of those back. And, dude, fingers crossed to make some money today, man, because, you know, I did make a fair bit this weekend. I think I ended the weekend with, like, I don't know, 12 mil, which is not like crazy for me. I only had one like really like solid day of flipping within that span. And I just want to make a little bit more money. I think the markets are good right now. I just haven't had a ton of luck. I've been getting on the bad side of a lot of trades. I have to stop holding a lot of these expensive items overnight because I actually think it's hurting me here in the long run. So that's like something I'm trying to work on myself, is making sure if I'm flipping something actively that I actually am putting in the correct price when I log off, right? Because you can lose a lot of money if you list something for an incorrect price and you leave it for like 8 hours plus, because if that item doesn't sell, it could trend down on you and it could be a very bad situation for you. We have Fishy Galore saying, teach me the ways with the heart. Good to see you, Fishy. Thank you for tuning in, man. Do appreciate it. And we have Jay Hefner over on Twitch asking as well. He says, did you manage to get that overnight Dragon Hunter crossbow, by the way? I undercut way too hard. LOL. No, I actually did not get that Dragon Hunter lance. Or not Dragon Hunter lance, Dragon Hunter crossbow. I know, Jay, I know you guessed what I was listing at, but I actually listed at 105 mil, and I never ended up getting one. I thought there'd be like a little bit of a resistance and like a little drop back that I could pick one up cheap, but it never happened. So unfortunately, I didn't get one. But you know what? That's the way flipping goes. That's how it is. And we live to fight another day. Am I right? Or I guess a trade another day, because we don't do a lot of PVM here, do we? Now, let's get some hostas going as well. And we just have a new comment coming in from Robert L. Good to see you, Robert. He says, yo, I just started flipping. Let me see what else he says. Following your guidance. Oh, thank you, man. I'm glad you're enjoying the content. And he says, I've made 15 mil in 2 days. Thanks for the help, my man. Dude, Robert, congratulations, man. You know, I didn't do a lot for that. I just provided some flipping tips and strategies, and you did the rest of the work. So congrats to you. That's all on you, man. And enjoy the cash. What are you going to do with it? Are you going to keep flipping more, or do you think you're going to spend some on some gear? Let me know, man. Switching desktops. Sounds good, Fishy, man. And we still have 420 GP, or 20 million GP left to work with. Quite a funny number, but let's go ahead and do the Dragon Hunter Lance. I do want to do the Dragon Hunter Crossbow today as well, but I don't think I want to do it first. No particular reason, I just think it's going to be one of the riskier items, so maybe we cycle into the Dragon Hunter Crossbow if we're kind of running out of some ideas or some options to go ahead and flip. Another item that I do want to get to today is, well, let's go ahead and list these first, because that's crazy, man. We'll do that, and we'll get a few of those traded back and forth. Not too many. We'll do 4 of them, and wow. Things are really moving right now. I did not expect to get those tacits off as quick as we did, and we got a 322k profit on the tacits, which is really, really good. Now, let's go ahead and get these blowpipes going back to the Grand Exchange here. Try to sell them off a little bit easy, and you know, it's kind of looking like the profits might be a little bit good today, as long as we keep up the luck, okay? So, you know, every time I say that, I always mess something up. So, let's go ahead and do the Primordial Boots as well. I didn't want to mention these before because I don't know, I just didn't want to, but these Primordial Boots have trended down a fair bit in price, guys. They are coming down in price for whatever reason. I don't know why exactly they are, so if anyone else has any idea maybe why they're coming down in price, let me know, because I really don't know. I don't think any updates are affecting the boots as far as I know, but it is an interesting situation nonetheless. We're going to top off our last Grand Exchange slot with some Manta Rays, one of my favorite high volume flips, just because it has such a good margin most of the time. You'd be surprised how much money you can make flipping the Manta Rays. And of course, today we're only going to get a 3 GP margin, so we'll probably just cycle that out for some sharks, something a little bit simpler. And if we can't get a good margin on that, we'll check the dragon arrows. I mean, I could go on and list a trillion high volume items for us to take advantage of. And looks like we are going to get a good margin on the sharks. So we're going to go ahead and list the sharks. We'll let everything sit for now. Welcome to the stream, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. And of course, if you are enjoying it, please leave a like. It really does help me out a lot. And let me know if you have any questions in the live chat. Love to help you out. And we have Robert. He's saying, I'm just going to keep flipping more. He's referring to the cash that he has. I'm getting the hang of it, and I'm really enjoying it. Hey, Robert, my only thing is, first of all, I'm glad you're flipping. I'm glad you're learning how to do it, man. Keep going, because you can honestly make bank. You know, the more cash you have, the more that's going to snowball, and the more money you're going to make. But one thing that I do warn is don't burn out on flipping, okay? Because a lot of people that join our Discord, they get super into it. They love doing it, and then they kind of burn out from it, right? And I love flipping, so I really don't burn out, but you know, that's not the case for a lot of people. So just keep that in mind. Be sure to spend some money, you know, at times, buy some better gear, do some PVM activities, whatever keeps you invested in the game, because the number one most important thing about playing RuneScape is to continue playing, okay? That's like the number one rule in my opinion. Now we have 71 mil. Let's do the Dragon Darts as well. I do want to do these. You know, the Dragon Darts have been getting destroyed in price, right? They were kind of on a pretty significant downtrend before this update about the blowpipe came out. And now that they're nerfing the blowpipe, obviously the Dragon Darts by, by the transitive property, are not as good, right? So Dragon Darts are a little bit beaten up right now. I wouldn't invest into them personally because they have been at such a low point for quite a while, even before the blowpipe nerfs, but they do make for a good flip, so. We have Mega Brevet saying Pegasians and Eternal Boots down as well. Interesting. I wonder why. Good to see you, Mega. Thank you for tuning in. We have Ezio TV popping in as well. He says, hello, do you think the Dragon Crossbow will go up? Can you check? I'm not going to check the... Oh, the Dragon Crossbow? I thought you said the Dragon Hunter Crossbow for whatever reason. The Dragon Crossbow, if it depends the severity of the blowpipe nerf, right? Tomorrow, we're going to find out the final numbers for the blowpipe nerf. We're going to see what Jagex adjusted as far as the nerf goes. We're going to see if they adjusted it. Maybe it's not as harsh anymore. But if it stays the same, then, I do see a good outlook on the Dragon Crossbow. Just because it's going to be one of those not best in slot range weapons, but it's going to replace the Toxic Blowpipe for the place as one of those higher end PVM items that you can kind of like, it's cheaper and you can kind of get away with it at certain bosses, if you kind of know what I mean, right? Because the blowpipe is like this budget item that's like really, really strong and it's really cheap. That's why people like using it. It's a great rebuild item. Anyway, Juan Gaming says, hey dude, love the enthusiasm in the streams. Just found you a few days ago. This is my first live stream. Juan, good to see you, man. I'm so glad you're enjoying it. And definitely drop a like if you are. It means a lot. And thank you for tuning into the live stream today. I'm glad you could make it. And be sure to ask me any questions you may have about flipping and money making in old school RuneScape. I'm here to help you guys out, so feel free. And we have Robert L as well. He's saying, I've been playing since 05, so I'm not going anywhere. Good to see. But then he says, I understand what you mean. I learned real fast not to test the margins for third age items. 7 mil loss. Definitely don't test margins on third age. That is my... That's the second rule, Robert, okay? Don't margin check third age. No, but you seriously definitely don't want to margin check that stuff. You'll get burned, for sure. Just because the volume on them is so low, and the prices fluctuate all the time. I mean, it's... The reason I don't like third age is you can make a lot of bank on third age. I'm not dissing third age at all. The reason I don't like flipping it personally is because it's a cosmetic. There's no real demand for the third age besides like, ooh, it's rare. It's like a rare item. So that's why I don't like flipping it personally. But everyone has their own preferences. Stanford Mod says, the problem I'm trying not to burn out on flipping is that when you combine it with PVMing, you lose a lot of money buying, selling gear every time. Well, that is true, but if you bought some gear to hold on to it, then you'd be better off, right? So my advice for that is, one, try to buy gear when it's low if you can. Obviously, getting a discount is great. For example, primordial boots. 28 mil for primordial boots, that's pretty cheap compared to where they've been the past few months. Now, they might go down to 26 mil, but, paying 28 mil is sure better than paying 30 mil. So I wouldn't wait for the absolute best opportunities to buy gear, but if something's looking cheaper than normal, might as well pick it up if you need it for your account. Also, on top of that as well, flip until you can afford a full gear set and still have enough money on the side to continue flipping and still make the relative same GP per hour. I mean, that's my number one advice, I would say, is, we've talked about this a few times on stream, right? Like, how much money should you put how much money should you keep in your cash stack to flip versus how much should you spend on gear? In my opinion, the least amount that your bank value should be in coins is 50%, okay? So half of your bank should be in GP if you're someone who actively flips a lot. And that's like the absolute max. Ideally you'd have like 70%, 80%, obviously, but that's usually not, realistic for most players. Anyway, we have the Hobo Clown 97 also asking, do you ever buy items to create item sets for profit? I did when I did not have as much money, but these days I don't really do it because I'm lazy and I can make a decent margin on some other stuff just because I have access to more capital. But great question. A lot of people ask that, actually. Saints Fan in Van says, tuning in from the gym. Yo, get some IRL gains while learning some in-game gains. I don't know. Wow, we're ripping through profit right now, though. 593k, really doing good right now, so very happy about that. And we're just kind of waiting for a lot of these items to come through. Not super concerned about anything we have at this moment, besides maybe the bludgeon. We are going to knock that up just a little bit, but we do have one on hand, which is actually pretty good. It means we're at least close to the margin, right? And we'll go back and list a few more of these. I'm hoping to get maybe 6 total would be great. Now we have Duarte saying, why are PVM items dropping? It's just a lot of gear is getting rebalanced, and some items are getting better, some items are getting worse. Most of the stuff has a negative effect, and in turn drops a lot of the gear prices. For whatever reason, Jagex, maybe people think Jagex might, try to nerf or buff some other items, so people don't really know what to expect. They try to offload some items. Just to kind of mitigate risk a little bit. Druv kind of answered that question, but Druv, good to see you, man. Thank you for tuning in again today. Guys, if you are enjoying the stream, please leave a like. It really does help me out a lot. I know I said this in the beginning of the stream, but literally, today I had such a busy work day. I got up at 4:45 in the morning, okay? And started working super early just so I could finish work on time to stream for you guys, okay? I mean, if that doesn't deserve a like, man, I don't know what does, okay? But I'm just glad you guys are here enjoying the content. I'm glad I'm not too tired that I couldn't bring the stream for you guys. And it's looking really good right now. I mean, we're already up 809k about 15 minutes in. That's a solid looking session right now, okay? So let's go ahead and get these Abyssal Bludgeons back onto the Grand Exchange. I do want to get this one that we have off, although it does actually look like the Abyssal Bludgeon is trending upwards pretty hard right now, which is great for us. That means if we can fill this limit down here, which is a little bit unlikely, then we will be able to make some extra bank. But if all we need to do is really sell this Abyssal Bludgeon and we're break even, which is good. 8, 9, okay, pretty good margin on the, okay, we got the bludgeon off as well, which is great. We got a pretty decent margin on those face guards, nothing crazy, but definitely worth trying to flip a few of those in my opinion. Just because they're usually, they're a little bit slower of a flip, but I don't find that I have to adjust margins on them too much, so they're a little bit more laid back in my eyes. We're also going to do the Grimy Ranar Weed as well. Now, the Grimy Ranar Weed is, anytime I think of passive flipping, and when I say passive flipping, I mean, you're logged onto the game, right? And you're playing the game, but you want to set some flips before you go, do some PVM or something like that, right? Before you do Slayer. That's what I consider a passive flip, is something you're flipping over like a 1 to 2 hour time frame while you're logged into the game is what I consider a passive. So the Grimy Ranar Weed is one of my favorite passive items because, it takes forever to buy up the limit of this most of the time. And it's just super relaxing, super easy. All you got to do is list it and ship it, man. Literally, I list the Grimy Ranar, I run across Gillinor, come back, and I can usually flip it for a profit. And it's a super low maintenance flip. That's why I love flipping the Grimy Ranar. Now, we still have 331 million GP to work with. What are we going to flip next? Let's do the Amulet of Torture. And we're going to start cycling through that Zenite jewelry because I saw that the Bando stuff was doing really good, so I imagine that a lot of this higher traded PVM stuff is probably doing good as well. So let's go ahead and get a few of those going here. Nothing too crazy on that, but we'll go ahead and list a few, let it do its thing. Anyway, we got some stuff in the live chat here to get to. Good to see everybody here today. And let's talk a little bit about the update. I know you guys are very curious as what's gonna go down, what's gonna happen in the updates to Gabenomics. Am I gonna make bank? Well, I don't know. We'll have to find out tomorrow when they come out with the blog post. But Duarte Alves says, so do you think it's a good time to invest in PVM items? If you want to speculate and potentially make a lot of bank, then yes. If you want to play it safe, wait for the update to drop tomorrow, then evaluate, okay? Because, look, unlike real life markets, RuneScape markets are not as efficient. What happens is an update will come out and an item price will shoot up. That is true. Nick Root, man, thank you for the follow, dude. It's good to see you on the stream, man. Hopefully you're enjoying it over there on Twitch. I do appreciate it, man. And it's really awesome. So thank you. But anyway, like I was saying, so when updates get released, right, people read the updates, they try to make investments. But it's not like real markets where things shoot up immediately based on information, okay? There's a little bit of a delay because some players, you know, they're not as in tune with the updates, or the update hype doesn't really get put into place until people are like, yo, you have to buy this, dude, and then you know, they tell their friends, and their friends tell their friends, and it pumps the market up, right? So even if so what you have to do is you have to read the update, okay? Preferably within the first hour of it coming out, and you have to analyze that thing, okay? You say, hey, look, what are the changes coming into the game? What's going to get affected? You know, that's what I did in the video I came out with, talking about the equipment rebalancing. I shared my thoughts on it. You know, I was like, hey, you know, that Basilisk Jaw nerf is pretty severe. Like, is Jagex really going to go through with that? And, you know, according to, you know, their next step post, they might not be. So it's things like that that are really important when you make these investments, right? So as you can see, though, Jagex said they might not be changing the Basilisk Jaw, and it's still going down in price. So people still have a negative sentiment on the item, regardless of what it is. But I'm just saying, just get to that update, read it within the first hour, try to analyze, if you can. I mean, if you can't, it is what it is, but first hour is preferable. Try to analyze that thing. What's going to go up? What's going to go down? Talk to your friends. See if, you know, hey, be like, hey, can you read this? Like, what do you think is going to happen to the game? I mean, if they're RuneScape players, right? And discuss with people. Discuss in our Discord. I mean, I'm sure our Discord tomorrow is going to be going crazy when this update comes out. And it's just going to be an exciting time. So definitely stay tuned, like in tune with it. And that's like my rant on the update. But let's get to some more specific stuff here, because I know I just went on for quite a while. Can you do claws? We could do claws. I'm not crazy about it because claws are trending down a significant bit here, but good to see you, Elias. Thank you for tuning in. We have Michael Panda saying the limit on jaws is 8. I believe that is correct. Whips are good for a passive flip too, says Robert L. A 70 limit. They are. The profits on them I don't find are as good, but yes, they are definitely a good passive. That is for sure. And they're actually a decent overnight, because if you can get like 10k on a whip, that's actually like pretty good. So anyway, they're pretty like stable. That's what I'll say. The supply is really high, super stable item. Now let's go ahead and buy a few more of these necklaces of anguish, and we'll get to saying hi to everybody in the chat, because I know it got a little crazy in here once we went on our rant. Gemfully says, OMG, that's Nick. I know, Gem. I know. I noticed. And good to see you, Gem. Thank you for tuning in over on our Twitch audience. We do appreciate it. Fishy Galore says, I legit blinked and you're nearly up a million GP. We just passed a mil, so we're very happy about that. Lots of comments coming in here, guys. So if I miss something, please just say it again. But anyway, Nick Crute says it's not GameStop. Dude, GameStop share price today, like, what is happening? Big short squeeze, I think. I mean, I don't really know. So regardless. I did the same thing. I looked away. He was down 70k. I looked away. Now he's up a million. Beautiful RS. Great question coming in from Beautiful RS about the update. He says, when is it coming out? They're releasing a blog post tomorrow with the adjusted changes. So who knows when it comes out tomorrow? You got to stay tuned to the Old School RuneScape website. But if you want to know basically when it comes out, just join our Discord group. There's a link in the description below. I bet as soon as that post comes out, everybody in the Discord is going to go crazy. They're going to be like, hey, what should I buy? What should I buy? So just get ready for that, okay? If you're not with us in Discord already, I mean. Jordan Savage says, sir, are you investing in the jaw? I'm not. I think it's a little bit too risky. You know what? Because think about it. The jaw price has been beaten up. It's like, what, 12 mil now? Look how far that's come down. It's come down like 10 mil in price. If they announce that update tomorrow and they say they're not doing anything to the jaw, you could probably pick some up at, the most like 15 mil, right? Like if you get it within the first hour, there's still going to be time to buy that. And it's going to trend right back up, most likely. So, I think there's a lot of time, and people are super sensitive. They think, like, they got to get it immediately. You got to get it pretty close to when the post comes out, but you don't have to get it immediately. And like I said, there's kind of this, like, rush effect, right? It's like just a steep curve. Like, it starts out slow, and then it ramps up, and then it's, like, extreme, right? That's why you saw, like, Basilisk Jaws the first couple days, just kind of, like, slowly powdering down in price, and then, come the weekend, they're just 12 mil now. So who knows? We just try to do our best with the information we have. And I know I'm going on a little bit of a rant there. Joe Fabiano says, what's up, G? Good to see you, Joe. Thank you for tuning in, man. Do appreciate it. We have Michael Ingram in here as well. Good to see you guys. And yeah, we might have to make some adjustments here on our flips. I got a little bit carried away in the rant, so I do apologize for that. But hopefully it is helpful. And I don't know, what do you, like, how are you guys feeling about this update, right? Massive changes coming into the game. They're going to make a new post tomorrow talking about the adjustments. Like, are you guys investing? Like, what are you investing in if you want to share? Like, how are you guys handling this update? Because, you know, maybe the way you handle it is going to help me learn how to handle it. I'm just sharing my 2 cents on how I usually do these things. So, regardless. Robert L says, Basilisk Jaw limit is an 8. I'm at 26 at the moment. It might be 70. It actually might be 70. Old Mate Ashes over on Twitch, he says, hey mate, I just made my first mil in profit, 1.5 hours of flipping. Thank you for your advice and tips. Old Mate, all I gave was the tips. You did all the work there. So congrats to you, man. That's all your hard-earned money. Spend it in the way that you choose, man. Too much to type on PS4, says Dropkick. Fair enough, dude. Scuzzy says, yo, I'm hyped for the update. Well, good luck with the update, man. Hopefully you can make some money off of it. I mean, things are going to be volatile tomorrow. That's, you know, no doubt about that. And I'm hoping for the best for my Discord group, for myself. We'll have to see what happens. But I'm going to be someone who tries to do a reactive play. I'm going to wait for the update to come out. And it kind of sucks because I got a busy work day tomorrow too. So I don't know if I'm going to see when the update comes out. So when it drops, can someone like ping me or message me, like, please? Because otherwise I'm going to miss it. So I would appreciate that. Just like at me 1,000 times. I'm waiting a week to see how the markets react. There could be tremendous upside on stuff too, long term. So things could be time sensitive, but I want to get in when I can. You know what I mean? Will ride bullish items. Yeah, that's a good play, Joe. That's like a super safe play. Probably a good idea, man. Gonna do a momentum play. Same thing with, yeah, Jay's got the same exact thing, dude. But anyway. Tomorrow is the big update for the toxic blowpipe, says I am Subloco. They're announcing a bunch of item adjustments that they're making, but the team is, you know, probably some more items besides the the blowpipe. There's going to be a ton of adjustments, I bet. If I had to predict them, if this is my guess, okay, I'm thinking Basilisk Jaw is going to be the first. That's my biggest one. I think they're going to revert the change on the Basilisk Jaw from from the nerfs. They're going to revert it to a +6 strength bonus again, okay? They want to put it on a +5. They're going to put it back to a +6. That's my guess. Also, Din's Bulwark, my guess is they're probably not going to do that significant of a decrease to it because it's literally an irrelevant item. Stop bullying the Din's Bulwark, okay? But I think they're probably not going to go through with that severe of a change. Probably some minor blowpipe adjustments, if I had to guess, but like it's still going to be a pretty big nerf for the blowpipe. So that's just my guess off the bat. Those are my 3 guesses. I could be completely wrong, but that's how I'm playing it, and I'm going into this this update with the mindset that this is probably what's going to happen. But you should never play on speculation because I'm merely speculating. I'm just taking a guess, and that's not really a great way to do your trading, so I don't recommend it. You want confirmations. You want really solid, I don't know, like you just want solid information. You don't want to speculate on things because that's how you lose money, right? You speculate and then you hold the item because you're like, oh, it's only down a mil, and then you're down like 15 mil, and you're losing a lot of money. So anyway. Anyway, let's go ahead and keep flipping, guys. I got a little distracted there. We'll go ahead and do the Ancestral. It's Def Pure. I don't know if you're watching, but it's cool, man. Yeah, it's fine. I'll get it later. Let's go ahead and check these Ancestral hats here. Wow. A lot of decent stuff today. I mean, the Ancestral hats aren't that good, but we'll try to take a few there. You know, I think one thing that I should try to work on for my flipping live streams is we should probably go ahead and not you know, not try to hit bad margins. Because when we try to flip bad margins on live stream to make up for margin check cost, honestly what happens is we just end up sitting on the item for so long that we're filling up our Grand Exchange slots and we're not making any money in those slots. It's kind of a bad outlook, and we're making less in the hour, right? So I'm going to try to work on that a little bit. Now, guys, if you are enjoying the live stream, please leave a like. It really does help me out a lot. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this. I'm always, literally always, bringing flipping content and flipping live streams to the channel for you guys to enjoy, so hopefully you do enjoy it. And let me know if you're excited for tomorrow, because tomorrow the markets might go a little bit crazy. So if you're new to flipping, then I'd be a little bit careful tomorrow, okay? Because things are going to go nutty again. So just keep that in mind. If you're new to flipping and, like, you know, you started flipping like last week or, you know, even this week, then you are coming into some pretty irregular markets. So I hope you're in for a wild ride, man. Duarte says, I just made 1.2 mil flipping 60 dragon crossbows. That's pretty freaking good, man. Congrats. Sunk cost fallacy says, Avion. Yeah, it's more of like opportunity costs, right? But, because sunk cost is like you can't recover it. But you know, you could sell the item back for less and still recover not your principal, but probably less than you put into it. But it's more like opportunity cost, right? Is like, oh, well, if I have this item locked up, I can't flip with that money, and, you know, I have that slot locked up. That's, I mean, maybe I'm thinking about it wrong, but that's the way I look at it, at least, because usually losses are not, you know, too bad, unless you're trying to do some crazy stuff. So everything we're doing here is like pretty safe flipping, I would say. Like, you know, a couple risky things. Maybe Abyssal Bludgeon can be a little bit risky. Maybe Prims sometimes a little bit risky, but everything here is pretty solid for the most part. Now we're going to go ahead and knock down these Zamorak and Hastas, and we'll go ahead and just knock it down. Not there. A little bit less than where we were selling them previously, and should sell off without too much difficulty, but I am Sebaloco says, Scapenomics, best OSRS streamer with a heart. Thank you, I am Sebaloco. Do appreciate that. I'm definitely dedicated to my cause, that is for sure. But am I the best? You know, I don't know about that. But I would like to think I'm a pretty good streamer. So I'll give myself that little bit of confidence, right? Elias, great question coming in from him. He says, I remember you talking about possibly doing a high ticket stream only, like Third Age, etc. How do you feel about that? Enjoying the stream, by the way. Thank you, Elias. So the way that I feel about that, right? I'm down for it. I would like to have a little bit more cash on hand. I have a couple things that aren't necessarily update investments that I have my GP locked up in. So I would need to clear that stuff out. That being said, if we want to do a high margin flipping stream, we're going to have to do it in a style of where I'm teaching something. Like, we'll have another program on the side, and like the flipping will be on the side. We'll go through, like, maybe I'll have like some presentation on something regarding flipping, and you guys can ask questions. And then on the side, we'll have like the high ticket flipping, because the high ticket flipping will take a long time to it's going to take a long time to trade things, right? So if we're sitting at the Grand Exchange like this for like 3 hours, then how, you know, I can commentate the whole time, but I'm going to run out of things to talk about. It might get a little bit boring for you. So we'll have to have some other side program that we can, you know, play it off with. But anyway, where are the Zulwer scale flips? Oh, Duarte, they're coming, man. Don't you worry, dude. I've got them coming up next. Flipping Zulwer scales with max stack, bro. Bro, I mean, would you? Exactly. We have Fishy Galore saying, I daren't price check Dragon Hunter Lance and Ancestral. I wouldn't recommend it personally. You know, I margin check everything on stream because I'm lazy, but and I want things to move quickly. That's why I try to get the most accurate prices, but it's definitely not the strategy. I mean, you should not be margin checking everything you flip. It's definitely not a good way to go about it. You know, sometimes I won't margin check things on stream. Like, sometimes I won't do it on the Sanguesti or Grazi, or like anything like the Volatile, or anything, you know, lower volume than that, right? Like, I'm not really gonna price check that. Light Up the L says, I didn't know you were live. Yo, good to see you, Light Up. Thank you for tuning in today. And hopefully you're at the Grand Exchange and you're flipping something and you're making a little bit of bank today, because currently we're up about 1.669 million GP today. Very happy about that. And happy Monday, by the way, guys. Worst day of the week, but you know what? We're here streaming. We're here trying to make a buck. And yeah, thank you all for tuning in. That's all I can really say. Jay Hefner says, third age flip and chill. I mean, we could have another streamer on. We could do something crazy. I mean, there's a lot of events you guys want me to do. Lots of things, lots of great content ideas you guys have for me. So thank you. And if you haven't known this already, we have in our Discord group, we have a section of YouTube content suggestions, right? So maybe there's a series or some kind of thing you want to see. You could definitely go ahead and put it in there. I'm always looking for ideas to make for you guys. What are you guys going to enjoy? Likelihood is if you want to see a video about something, it's a good chance someone else does as well. So definitely always open to content suggestions here on the live chat. DM me, whatever you want, man. I'm very receptive to my, personal messages. So if you reach out to me on Discord, I'll get back to you. I can't guarantee a quick response, but, I message everybody back. So I invite you to do that. We'll put it that way. Now, let's go ahead and do the Tormented Bracelets next. Now, this one is a little bit less consistent than something like the Anguish or the Amulet of Torture. But, since the Amulet of Fury, or not Amulet of Fury, Amulet of Torture and the Nexus of Anguish are actually working out, we might as well go ahead and try to get the Torture traded back and forth as well. It looks like it's going to have a pretty solid margin on it. Going to net about 30k on each one we flip. And we'll go ahead and get in on 7 of those. Now, we do have the Justiciar armor sets buying as well. Now, that one's going to be a little bit tougher of a trade. It's going to take a little bit longer. It's not that competitive, but it's definitely a slower flip. Now, if we buy another one within the next 2 minutes, I'd be a little bit nervous that we have too high of a listing. We'll probably try to cycle back in at a lower price. Now, we do have these Anguishes selling off as well. Good to see that. And let's go ahead with this 512 mil, try to put it into something else. I would like to do the Pegasians, but since we have the Primordials not really working out for us, we're going to avoid that. Now, I do want to try maybe the Kodai. Might be expensive, but we're going to pay a decent bit on the margin check, that's for sure. But you know what? Sometimes you have to. I mean, sometimes you got to pay a big margin check to play. I mean, it's the Grand Exchange tax at its finest. And it looks like it does have a pretty sizable margin. I would have preferred not to price check it, but you know what? We already did it, okay? So let's go ahead and let's try to flip this thing. Now, Tebow Flip and Chill says, I am Ciboloco. Yeah, exactly. And anyway, Lewinteg popping in. Good to see you, Lewinteg. He says, I'm lit up. Hopefully, you're lit up because that cash tag is just shining in the inventory, man. I hope that's the only way you're lit up, as you say. Now, it's a Monday, man. Come on. Anyway, Dropkick tuning in as well. He says, I knew flipping bots existed, but apparently they flip prims and other items in that price range for 10k margins. How do we beat them? You made me type this twice on a PS4. Hard work. Dropkick, thank you, man. That is some dedication to get a comment in, so let's make sure we give you a great response. Now, that's tough. You can't really beat flipping bots because they're going to be there 24/7. The reason I don't care too much about flipping bots is they do provide liquidity in a sense, right? They're always consistent with their margins. And on top of that as well, you don't really see them. They're kind of behind the scenes, and you don't know if it's a bot or if it's a human, right? So I'm just trying to trade my items back and forth. And if a bot's doing it, well, let me try to profit off the bot, right? I'll undercut the bot, I'll undercut the humans, whatever it is. You got to try to work around that, you know what I mean? Old Maid Ashes says, the first 5 days after a weekend are always the hardest. Dude, tell me about it. What about the first day back after a 3-day weekend? Well, it's actually not that bad, right? Because then you have a 4-day week. But, man. Talking about chill, do you have a link to your stream music? I can also DM you on Discord. Yeah, just DM me on Discord. I do have a link for it, and yeah, I'm glad you enjoyed, dude. I changed the music a while back, and you're the first one to comment and say that it sounds good. So I appreciate that, because I put a lot of effort into finding something that we could use on stream and still put monetization into our stream. So thank you, man. Oh yeah, Fitz says, hey bro, I have enough cash to buy, I think, a scythe and rebuild looking like a promising investment with the update. Oh, definitely could be. It's interesting because Twisted Bow got a nerf, not very significant, and it like crashed very little in price, and now it's going back up. So just an interesting little market play right there. Light up the L over on Twitch. Oh, of course, Lewinteg. Matthew Knorr also as well popping in. He says, "What's up, boss? Good to see you, Matthew. Thank you for tuning in today." And yeah, we're at about 1.6 mil here, 38 minutes left. Plenty of time to pull in some extra gold here. And we have this Kodai wand sitting here. Maybe we'll be able to buy one. Not too sure. All I know is it has come down a little bit in price, so I'm going to take a little bit of time to go ahead and flip that. Now, just want to put a quick announcement in, guys. If you're not with us on Discord, be sure to join us with the link in the description below. Literally, we have a Discord dedicated to flipping and money making in old school RuneScape, and we'd love to have you in there. And we have, like, we're almost at 2,000 members. Come on, join the family, say what's up, and if it's not for you, man, you can always leave, and we'd be sad to see you go, but it is what it is. Also, on top of that as well, drop a like if you're enjoying, and we're trying to make some money today. I mean, big day in the game tomorrow, lots of changes coming right on the way, and Jagex is going to release their, their nerfs and their kind of tweaks to the nerfs that are coming into the game, so I do expect a fair bit of volatility tomorrow after that update comes out, and maybe even before the fact, but people don't really know when it's coming out, so they're pretty inconsistent about that. Ben says, best tips for beginners. Now, if I had to flip, if I was a beginner and I was trying to flip, I would try to stick to only items that have super high volume, right? So things like blood runes, death runes, law runes, nature runes, sharks, monkfish, things that are traded so often on the Grand Exchange that they're super easy to flip, right? Because there's lots of buying offers and there's lots of selling offers, and that's what you want when you're learning how to flip, because that's going to show you, like, first of all, it's going to show you, oh, this is how flipping works, and if it goes poorly, you're not going to lose that much money. Also, on top of that, it's a super safe way to flip. Super safe. You're going to succeed on high volume flips like 9.5 out of 10 times, I would say. So start with very high volume stuff, flip that a lot, get used to how margins work, get used to how trading works, and work up from there. We have Riley also, Riley51, giving us a follow over on Twitch. Thank you, Riley. Do appreciate it. Welcome to the flipping team. Glad we can help you out. Join us on Discord if you are interested as well. Now, we have Matthew Knorr also with a question over on YouTube. Now he's saying, I've got a question. What does it mean when I'm flipping an item on a margin and suddenly I have a buy offer for less than the offer I put in, and I want to get some, and I get some GPs back? Basically, that just means you bought it like a funky time and it fluctuated. Someone put an offer in, and you got some money back because they were selling it for a cheaper price, and you wanted to buy it for a higher price, and you instant bought it for a that price that you thought you were going to buy for. It's kind of hard to explain, but basically someone sold it lower than your buy offer, so you got money back for it. That's basically it. Vulcan says, good to see you, Vulcan, by the way. Thank you for tuning in. He says, what's up? How is the money flowing? It's pretty good today. Today is good because God, commentary, okay? Slow down. Whew. Okay, we haven't made a ton of money today. I mean, 1.6 mil is not great for us, but it's not bad. And the thing I like about today, though, is things have been relatively consistent so far. We've been able to move a lot of stuff back and forth for nothing crazy margin-wise, but, like, things have been trading, and we can't really complain too much about that. When things are trading, like, you really can't complain. That's, like, my main thing is, bigger profits, small profits, whatever. I want my items buying and selling because I want to keep cycling through stuff. The more trades per hour you do, the more money you're going to make essentially, right? So moving things back and forth at a fast pace is definitely makes a huge difference in your profit per hour. So keep that in mind. Now, we did get those dragon darts off, which is great. We might cycle into another high volume one here, and we do have 387 mil on the sidelines. Maybe we'll go ahead and deploy that into something a little bit more expensive again, and we do have those Kodai wands going as well, so we're going to have to see how those perform for us, and we haven't gotten any yet, which is a little bit sad, but plenty of time left, guys. Don't you worry. We'll go ahead and get those Diamond Dragon Bolts E in for a decent margin there. And we're going to cut back on the Justiciar sets as well, just to try to secure that margin, get some money flowing in. And if it does work out for us, we might go back in and try to flip a few more. Who knows? We'll have to see. Plenty of items left to go ahead and do, though. And I would like to try the Dragon Warhammer because I do expect this thing to be going a little bit crazy today. Did you guys flip the Dragon Warhammer today? How's it been looking today? Is it going up in price? Is it going down in price? Is it kind of trading sideways? I think the last time I looked at it, it was kind of trading a little bit sideways. You know, if the full Dragon Warhammer like changes go through, I do see a lot of upside on the Dragon Warhammer personally, because the Dragon Warhammer is pretty hard to get. I mean, they only come in from the Lizardmen Shaman, so the supply is already pretty limited. And yes, they've been out for a while, that is true. But that being said, like, they're still not easy to get. I mean, like, that alone limits the supply on the item. It's not like something like the Abyssal Whip, where people are getting it during Slayer all the freaking time. Like, not that easy to get the Warhammer, and people usually don't like to fight Shamans, so. Armadillo crossbows skyrocketing, 38 mil already. Could go, you know, there's a lot of upside on those too. I mean, if the blowpipe nerfs go through as significantly as they say they will, but we'll have to see about that. Now we have a Reinert Engel stopping by as well. He says, yo, had to stop by, dropping that like and leaving your stream running while I do some work, man. Congratulations on your first day. Hopefully you're almost done, man. It's getting a little bit late. Now, Luintek says, so how high do you think the Dragon Hunter crossbow will soar? It's literally impossible to tell. You have to think about it like, how much has it gone up already, and could there potentially be more upside? Like, what is unrealistic? And even thinking like that, you know, you never know how high these things are going to go in price. It's literally impossible to guess. It's impossible. So the way you play it is you play it as with the least amount of risk as you can. That's all I can say. You know, let's say you've got a bill to work with, right? Maybe, and you think the Dragon Hunter crossbow has more upside. Wow, dude. $3 coming in from Queen Saraha. Thank you for the $3, man. Another one of my fellow flippers. Good to see you, Queen. Thank you for tuning in, man, by the way. And thanks for the $3. Totally uncalled for. Hopefully you're having a good day. But Saraha, we're just talking about the update changes, man, and what's coming to the game. I mean, I saw you put out a video on that as well. Just like some crazy stuff coming in, especially tomorrow with the update on the horizon. So kind of lost my train of thought a bit, but so you want to play it in the least risky way possible with that Dragon Hunter crossbow, right? You want to play against risk as best as you can. And what I mean by that is, let's say you've got a billion GP, right? You think the Dragon Hunter crossbow has some more room to run, but it might not. You might be buying at a really bad time. You know, maybe it's already up like 111 mil. Could it go farther? It could. Will it? We don't know. So maybe you just buy 2 Dragon Hunter crossbows and you try to let them ride out for, you know, as long as you think they should, and you sell it off. I don't ever recommend. The biggest thing is risk mitigation. That's like I should make more videos on it because I think it's really important, and there's so much behind that I think only people that are really trying to advance their flipping would like to learn about, because it's some dry content. But you know, if you're interested, I'm totally there, totally making it, and whatever you guys want. Now, let's go ahead and do the Armadillo chestplate. I mean, you know, with the Armadillo crossbow going up so much in price, maybe we'll try to cash in on that Armadillo chestplate, see what we can get on that. And it's kind of like a related item, not really, but they are in the same item set, which, you know, might give us a good margin. Who knows? It's not great, but it's decent enough to go ahead and flip it. I was thinking it'd be a little bit better, but that's fine. We'll go ahead and flip about 4 of those right now as well. Anyway, Saraha says, oh, good day. Awesome, dude. Glad you're having one, man. Matthew says, everybody follow Saraha. He is a god flipper. Saraha is great at flipping as well. Definitely, man. Did take a minor hit to my cash stack, though. Oof. Happens to me all the time, dude. It literally, I lose money all the time. I mean, the reason I do it is because I like to do, you know, not super risky stuff, but I do take positions that are probably not too risky, but probably not that smart. And I guess that's my vice. I've admitted it. Anyway, Jay Hefner says, maybe that's something to combine with the very low volume flipping stuff, lectures by Scape. I mean, we definitely could put that in there as well. We have Jake Larson popping in the chat. Are we good? Are we good? Hello? F's in the chat if we're lagging. Like, snap, dude. Oh, we're good. I think we're good. Let me just check. Oh, we're good. Okay, perfect. Regardless, but Vulcan says, and remember, guys, flip responsibly. Don't flip anything you can't afford to lose. Absolutely, man. Fishy Galore saying, when you get the margin set, do you adjust the price upwards or downwards of 500K? Occasionally. Oh my goodness. Dude, I'm looking at my side screen here and like all these lag spikes are coming in. I have no idea what's going on. So I hope you could hear me. Let's get through it, guys. But yeah, we could definitely do like some lecture kind of content for flipping if that's what you guys want. It might get a little bit dry, but if you're tuning into like a high margin flipping stream, then you probably want those details, right? I have to think about how to put that one together. I broke the stream, says Jake. You might have, dude. And I do appreciate everyone typing in the chat saying things are good because, look, I'm just a rookie streamer, okay? I'm trying to do the best I can and off this Walmart Wi-Fi, so you know how it is. Regardless, though, we do have all these Dragon Warhammers. We have to sell them off here. So what we're going to do is we're going to list these back onto the Grand Exchange, try to secure them as quickly as we can. And the reason I'm trying to do that is because, look, we want to get these things off. Super risky item right now. Tomorrow, they could revert the changes. We have no idea what's happening tomorrow, okay? Tomorrow's just as big of a day as when was the update? Like, when did they announce it? Wednesday? Tomorrow's as big as Wednesday. They're adjusting their tweaks again. It could make items go crazy again. Probably won't be as severe if I had to guess, but it could definitely send things into a spiral. So we're going to have to see what happens there. Now, we have Robert L saying, SMH, when you type the wrong dang numbers, that'll cost you a couple mil. Dude, I bet from like mistyping errors, I've probably lost a cumulative total of 15 million GP. 15 million GP lost to the Grand Exchange. Paying the Grand Exchange tax on my coins feels bad, man. Now, guys, if you are enjoying the live stream today, be sure to drop a like. It really does help me out a lot. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this. I'm always bringing flipping content and flipping live streams to the channel for you guys to enjoy, so hopefully you do enjoy it. And on top of it all, if you're not with us on Discord, be sure to join us. We have a link in the description below for that. We have a Discord dedicated to flipping and money making in old school RuneScape, and we would love to have you there. Now, let me go ahead and sell these Tormented Bracelets back. Try to get those off for a decent price as well. Going to be a pretty quick trade on that if I had to guess. And we might need to adjust these Kodai ones a little bit because, look, they're just not buying. I mean, we went in, we listed it low. We haven't gotten any yet. So we're going to pump that up a little bit. And just like Arnold Schwarzenegger, we're going to pump it up. So let's go ahead and list that for a decent bit higher. Nothing too crazy, but we're going to go back in and try to get another two of those. Michael says, hey, good news. I've got 27 million GP now. Michael, that is an amazing amount to start flipping with to make some bank in old school RuneScape. So, hey, tune into the streams, tune in, get some tips, and start flipping it up, man. Your cash stack, excuse me, will grow immensely. And no luck on the prims yet, which is a little bit unfortunate. We'll go ahead and sell those back for a little bit lower here. I'm thinking now we're looking at like a 10K profit per shoe here. Really not great. We could easily get better. But right now, I'm trying to offload those, try to get a little more cash free, and try to hit a few more things before we do come up on that hour mark. So, Fishy Galore saying the Discord is lit. Thank you, dude. Yeah, if you're in the Discord, be sure to shout it out. Like, tell me what you think about it. Do you think it's good? Do you think it's bad? Let me know. It might be trash. I mean, there could be improvements. Like, I want to hear what you guys have to say. I'm super open to feedback all the time, guys. That's why I welcome people to message me. Like, if you want to learn how to flip, and you don't know something specific, just message me on Discord. I'm literally, like, I love doing this stuff, so I want to help you guys out. Anyway, we're up 2.3 mil. It's pretty good. I'm trying to top off this session, though, with a few nice flips here. And what is better to flip than some really, really volatile Carol's leather tops? Now, these things are freaking off the chain recently. I have no idea what's going on. But since all of the armor adjustments are coming in, margins have been really good. But not today on those, actually. So we're going to stay away from those. I would like to go ahead and do maybe the Dragonfire Shield. We'll go ahead and give these a quick shot here. And we did get the Armadillo chest plates off as well. So that's super, super great. We'll go ahead and sell those back as well. See what kind of margin we're looking like on that. It's okay. It's good enough to flip a few. We still have 349 million GP left, guys. And I don't really want to YOLO that into something that's you know, gonna cost us a lot on the margin check. So what I'm thinking is, hold on, give me one sec, guys. I have to send this text. Literally, they're spamming my phone. I have to do this. I'm just so famous, boys. I don't know what to tell you, man. All these agents hitting up my phone. It is what it is, okay? I'm just kidding, but I really did need to respond to that. So, regardless, let's go ahead and keep flipping here, guys. Escapenomics got the woman blowing up the trap phone. I wish, dude. Okay. Anyway, 349 million GP, guys. What can we put into the Grand Exchange today to go ahead and get a few flips on now? I feel like we've done a fair bit of stuff here today, but there's a couple secret items that we haven't gotten to yet. And one of those is going to be the Elder Mall. Can we flip a few Elder Malls back and forth before the end of the stream? Maybe, maybe not. I am a little bit concerned on that Dragon Warhammer, because usually if I sell a quantity and I only sell one of them, like, I get a little bit concerned, right? Because you're like, hey, did someone just margin check me and just overcut me right there? It's completely possible, but it's a little bit unlikely on the sell offer. On the buy offer, it's a little bit different, right? Because, hey, maybe someone, because if someone margin checks you and they want to flip the item as well, then they have to buy the item first, right? So usually when it's on the sell offer, I'm not that concerned. Lewinteg, funny joke, dude. So funny. Not funny, man. Kidding, but Duarte says Eternal Boots. We could do Eternal Boots, Brimstone Rings as well. Great options. Claws. I really don't want to flip claws today. You know, we did them last time. We actually did them three live streams in a row, and we didn't really make a lot of money on them. And they're kind of trending down right now. I don't want to, you know, I don't mind flipping downtrending items, but when it comes to the claws, there's something about them, you know what I mean? It's going to be a shame if we can't flip this, the Kodai one. It really is, because we did pay a fair bit of money to find out where that thing was. And if we can't get one, like, at least one flipped, it's, yeah, I don't know, it's just going to kind of suck. Let's do... You know, I don't know what we should sell these hostas at here. We'll do it for a little bit lower here. Dragonfire Shields did sell off. Very, very nice. Let's go ahead and maybe do the well, the Justice here is kind of slow, right? So we don't really want to do anything that's too slow towards the end, because it could cost us a little bit. Phantom Killer says, I just found 350 mil on the floor in Vera Garden. What do you say? What do you... It sounds a little suspect if you ask me, but okay. He says, what do you suggest to flip with the 350 mil I found? Do you have any flipping experience? Because if you do or you don't, that makes a big difference. But let me know, and we can definitely help you out from there. Should we just... let's try it, you know, let's try it. Armado Crossbow, maybe we'll try to get a few of these back and forth, who knows, and maybe we can make a little bit of money on it. I mean, it's definitely going to be a big margin check cost, so I would be surprised. It's not that big of a margin check cost. I mean, if I had to guess, this is going to be one of our tougher flips today. I don't think this thing's going to trade too easily. I think there's a lot of competition on that thing right now, but regardless, let's go ahead and sell the Dragon Warhammers back for a little bit less. You know, we're not really moving these right now, which is a concern of mine. We need to make sure we're flipping these on the exchange here and actually making some movements here. Matthew has joined the flipping team. Thank you for the follow over on Twitch. Matt, do appreciate it, man. And welcome to the flipping team, man. Good to have you. We have UK saying, nice new name, bro. Good to see you, UK. But I thought you were in here before as well. I thought you were like, you've already said that to me. Maybe I'm having deja vu. Who knows? But good to see you either way. And we have Jordan Savage as well saying, Ranger Boots, flip those suckers. I might do them off stream, but I'm not going to do them right now. I'm trying to top off a 3 mil profit in the next couple of minutes here, but we'll have to see if that does work. How long until partner in Twitch so we can throw bits? Probably by the weekend, maybe. Well, how's that sound? By the weekend? Huh? Can you hold me accountable for that? And once we get that, maybe you can throw some bits if you want. I mean, hey, up to you. All I do want, like, if you got Amazon Prime, though, hey, shoot your boy a subscription. You know what I mean? But let's go ahead and sell these back, guys. And we're going to do... it's like, you know, it's like you don't want to cut the margin too much, but you're like, if I don't do it too much, it might not sell. And we're not cutting it that much, but we are taking a pretty, not that big of a cut. It shouldn't have been that quick, but we still are selling that for a profit. And we're coming up on that 3 mil mark, and there it is, literally as I'm saying it. Matt saying BGSs were nice a little while ago. We might have to go check those out as well. We didn't flip Zolver scales. That is true. I did forget to flip these Zolver scales. And guys, Zolver scales are such a good flip that I flip Zolver scales with max cash. Okay, it's true. Phantom Killer says newish. I've been flipping for a month. Phantom. So if I'm not gonna list another item, guys, just by the way, but if you are flipping with, what was it? I think you had like 350 mil. That's when you're going to start to try to trade those higher traded PVM items, right? Bandos Tassets, Bandos Chestplate, Zamrock Hosta, those are all really good. Zamrock Spear, things like Elder Maul, Armadillo Crossbow, Armadillo Chestplate, Armadillo Chain Skirt, Primordial Boots, Pegasian Boots. You got that 350 mil. You got a lot under you to flip with. Now, you won't be able to deploy all the money into those higher traded PVM items. So what I'd actually recommend doing is flip maybe 2-3 PVM items at once, and then what you're going to do with the other stuff is either flip some Barrows gear or some high volume stuff, Guardian boots, things that are like a little bit more high volume, because that's going to like balance out your risk a little bit, right? Flip a few high volume things back and forth, make you a little bit of money on the side, and that's going to help you out a ton. So I highly recommend that. But anyway, guys, I think we're going to wrap it up here today, man. We just hit the hour mark. I got to go eat some dinner, and I'm looking forward to some food. So I'm a little bit sad that we didn't get the code I won, because we did pay a lot of money for it. I will go ahead and check how much we paid for that just to see. Yeah, that's 248K off our profit, just paid to a margin check alone, which is a bit sad. But don't look at your individual gains or losses. Look at your total profit, because that's what matters, all right? If you're adding to your cash stack, you are going in the right direction. And look, you're going to lose a little bit of money sometimes, okay? That's just the Grand Exchange tax, okay? So pay your taxes, guys. Just pay that Grand Exchange tax, and you're going to have some brighter trades ahead. I'll tell you that. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for tuning in today. We did sell that for a profit. We're almost at 3.5 mil now. Crazy how the markets are swinging in these last couple of seconds here. Really, really shocking. But we'll go ahead and sell the Diamond Dragon Bolts E-Back as well. We'll knock that down a little bit, and I'll try to get those off. So, we should list those Grimy Ranars as well. And before I forget, okay, we're going to do this as well. We're going to readjust the prims so I don't leave them in there like a silly goose. Like, I keep doing this. I keep flipping this, like, a pretty high margin stuff, and then I leave it in there just, like, expecting it to sell without adjusting it. Super dumb strategy. Don't ever recommend doing that. It's cost me a couple mils over the past few days, so don't recommend it. But we will go ahead and sell these Primordial Boots back. We did knock them about 10K under where we bought them, so margin check plus the Prim Boots selling for a loss is going to be about 150K total loss on those probably. Just because the margin check is going to be the most significant. That was like 80K, and now we're selling the rest for like, yeah, it's gonna be like 160K loss. So yeah, it's pretty good mental math. But regardless, guys, thank you so much for tuning in today. I really do appreciate it. Be sure to drop a like or give us a follow if you're watching over on Twitch. Like, the likes really help me out a lot on YouTube, like huge. Like, when these streams get a lot of likes, like, they get a ton of views. So I do appreciate that a ton. Hopefully you guys are looking forward to some content this week. I'm going to try to get something out your way. Maybe an episode of that 10 to 100 mil. I know I've been slacking on that, but if not, another guide of some sort. So anyway, guys, thank you for tuning in today. Can't wait to see you guys on Wednesday. Stay tuned for the massive, massive update coming out tomorrow, and be sure to let me know when it does, because I want to be in the know and talk with you guys about what items are going to be hot to flip. Anyway, thank you guys for tuning in today. Leave a like, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace on the streets.